singing along with this exhibition, there is the many-faceted nature of the quarantine station itself and of North Head generally. It's a place of great beauty. It's always been North Head, a beautiful place, but a place of sacrifices and a place of ambiguity. So you have come into a place that's already ambiguous and you've attacked it where others haven't thought of addressing it, or addressed it is a better word, from the point of view of a polluted cave full of a kind of chemical. So your cave was like an appendix of the harbour.
Yes.
Of this beautiful creature.
Yeah.
It had absorbed the poison. When I think of your work, I think also you two women. I think of, say, two women who come off a Scottish bounty ship in the 1840s, 1850s. They have moved with their husbands to Australia and their progeny. The bounty ships operated on the basis that the colonial governments and the British government would pay them for everyone delivered healthy.
Oh, okay.
Now they're not delivered healthy, they're in quarantine. And there must have been two women on that wharf looking up towards the Emerald City of Sydney, waiting to go up there after 40 days and of quarantine. There must have been women who were leaving dead children there, buried in the hill behind. There must have been a woman who felt very lucky because all her kids had come through. And with that baggage of a remembrance of threat, anxiety, bereavement, they're taking on Australia. They're entering Australia having already paid a kind of huge customs toll at the quarantine station. A customs toll of at least anxiety, but certainly of, in many cases, given the statistics for example, very high incidence, smallpox was very contagious. So if 10 kids were exposed to it, 7 would get it seriously. And so this is what the women of the past were looking at, that the quarantine station was going to take their child or themselves in many cases. And where you work is the old wards where the infected were put, of course, and there's this wonderful two-way breeze all the time across that breezeway. near where it's blowing north and then it's blowing south.
Mm.
Contradictory airs in a contradictory place. Before that, the Eora used to have big meetings on North Head, according to Mr. Foley, the Gaia Magel elder up here, who's written a book on North Head and on sites around the harbour. And he claims that it was particularly on North Head that smallpox first made its big entree. So you've got again this combination of beauty and moral squalor. You've got this, when Captain Trail of the Neptune wanted to get rid of the convicts he'd starved to death on his ship so that he could sell the goods he'd saved in a tent emporium in Sydney Harbour in 1790. Where did he dump his dead? Off North Head. A ritual cleansing that is in this transformation of foam rubber into items of substance, items that seem to have their weight, items that stand up and say, I'm the viceroy of a Spanish colony, or that say, I'm an ancient piece of mosaic. And the detritus of the civilization, the sort of the ruin is both future ruin, and if we keep on poisoning ourselves and the environment, and the ruins of Atlantis, it is both. And so it's being both things that's great. And it's cheeky, that's what I like about it. It's impudent.
Yes, good.
It takes poison and gives it weight. It takes and thus redeems it through the human imagination. There's a a gesture of redemption there, ritual, because there's far too much of it in the harbour for you to place with your imaginations. So it is like a little a baptism of the applying the thermos heat of the human imagination, which you two have, because it's your big project. I think this would make a magnificent installation for all those many faceted reasons, for what it mocks, what it commemorates at the same time, the same objects commemorating human endeavor in other media, what it mocks, what it sends up, and what it warns us of. These are, it does all three of those things, at least. Of course, the layers of ambiguity in the site and in your work are pretty much limitless.
Don't want to eat that, buddy. Although there is, oh no, 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 no. Oh no, no, no. No, 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 no.
also people don't necessarily, they take away an intuitive message. They get these meanings, but not always at the conscious level. The way, therefore, it commentates on the double-edgedness of the quarantine station, and
Yes. Yeah.
how intuitively you chose the right forms to make your commentary and to send it up. But also, it's more than mere impudence. Of course, it's a serious envisioning as well. It's you use this foam with the seriousness that other people would use sand stain.